Hi everyone. So, the webmaster team is looking to make some changes to how visitors to the website find any events that you have posted. So, this is just a short video to run you through some of the changes so you better understand how they impact you and also understand about some other potential benefits to you. So, one of the things that we received as feedback is that it can be a bit difficult to find specific events or topics or teachers in cities. So what we're looking to do is simplify the filters on the left-hand side. So what a visitor might end up seeing is something like this, an unfiltered list of all the various events that we have available, and then they can decide on the left here how they would like to filter those events according to what they are interested in. So, for example, going forward, we will just have teacher training and workshops. Teacher training will remain as is, and that is used to advertise teacher training where someone can become a teacher in a new course, and then workshops is an amalgamation of workshops, additional workshops, and online workshops. So previously the distinction there was online workshops was school subjects that were taught online, workshops were school subjects taught in person, and additional workshops were any other subjects that weren't necessarily subjects from the school, but that we were happy to advertise on the website. Topics. These will now be all the school subjects. So for example, we have angels here. The reason why the list isn't extensive is because in these dummy events that we have listed here on a test website are just related to angels. But as teachers add topics for our various subjects, they will be listed here. So visitors are able to filter out any school topic they're interested in. Other will be used as a means to replace additional workshops. So other would be any other topic that is not school related. Type, that allows the person to decide if they want to go to an in-person event or online. Language, they can decide if there's a specific language they would like to search for. So we are an international school and English might be the dominant language on the website, but we have teachers that present courses in all languages around the world, and they might want to be able to attend a course in a specific country, and Algeria is listed here because that was my test studio. And likewise, city and teachers, if they've perhaps heard about a teacher somewhere, they saw them on Facebook, or perhaps saw them at a conference and I'd like to see any events that they have, they can then simply search according to the teacher. So all these filters here on the left are a means for the visitor to very quickly filter down to something they are specifically interested in. So looking here at our three dummy entries, we have the teacher training, which is the standard teacher training that is currently advertised, and that remains as is. You then have a school topic, which is Meet Your Guardian Angel, and another topic. So for example, if they were interested in teacher training, they would simply click on that and it filters down to this. Likewise, if they are interested in workshops, they just want to attend something that runs over the course of a day or two, they would select workshops. In doing so, the visitor is then presented with two topics, and then they can decide from here, or if they say, well, you know what, I really just want to find out about the school topics, or there's something else in the list, they would click what they're interested in, and it would filter down even more. So likewise, choosing online, in-person, and various languages helps to filter all of this down. So how does this impact you as a teacher? So the webmaster team will facilitate the changing of your current workshops to match what is here. So there's no work required from your side. We will facilitate everything during the course of a day, and during that time, if you visit the website, you will see that perhaps your course isn't visible, but do know that we are working through it, and we will work through everything in one go, and the date for this will be announced. And then just to keep you informed as to the changes on the website as they happen live. If we look at adding an event, you will see that there are a couple of new options which complement what we have on the side. And the first, I will start with at the bottom because it's relevant to what we've just talked about, are the additional fields. So there was a type which indicated if something was online or in person, so that would be indicated here, as well as the language. So this is not an exhaustive list of languages. This is populated from the current set of languages spoken within the school. So if there's a language here that needs to be added, please let us know. But looking at adding an event in general, to understand an additional change that's coming in that you might benefit from is the ability to add a recurring event. So we're aware that some teachers have events that they might run once a week in the evening, either in person or online, and so that can be a bit difficult to advertise. So for example, if I was running something for the month of March every evening, it would make the most sense to list from the 1st of March to the end of March, and then explain in the context over here that it's on specific evenings. So this will allow you to be a bit more specific. So I'm going to say Angel Meetup. As you can see, Angels is my theme here, and we can put some text in here with details. And so we'll choose a specific date. So I like Wednesday, so we can say Wednesday, and the evenings are going to suit me best. So I'll put that there, and we just run it for an hour. Time zones are useful because where you are in the world, it just helps the people understand the correct time zone, and it's displayed accordingly. All right, so we've set up the start date and end time. And so we're going to say, well, this is a recurring event. So in my case, it's going to happen weekly, and it happens once a week. So over here we can see Wednesday's got a little lock in that, and that's because of the date that I've chosen. If I wanted to, I could add additional days that would happen weekly, but in this case I won't. So we need to decide when it's going to end. So I said, all right, well, we're going to run it for March, so we'll end it on the 30th. But you can choose, there are various options. You could say after 6 sessions, 10 sessions, or never. But I wouldn't encourage that. Never implies that it's going to go on indefinitely, and that might create some confusion. There are exceptions which you can add in terms of when dates won't appear, but for now, we'll just leave it as this. You can then supply a suitable image. For categories, you'll see there is a new change here as soon as it decides to load on our test website. Whoops. There we go. All right, so over here, you'll see that there's a new title right at the top, Master Teacher Training. So Master Teacher Training is for master teachers. We've got our master teacher trainers who will be graduating later this month, and so this is a category specific for them that allows them to advertise topics to other teachers within the school that they will be training on. It is something that would be visible to the public, but there will be, as part of the description, noted that it is just for teachers, but it allows for existing teachers, but it allows anyone in the public a bit of a deeper view into, if they join the school and they train with the school, what other topics and kind of courses that they would be exposed to. Teacher training remains teacher training, but in my case, just being a teacher, workshop is what's relevant to me. And we're going to stick with Angels. Alright, so scheduled, it's definitely scheduled. So I've got my test studio where this is going to be, and I am the organizer for this. And I could add other teachers if they were going to join me. Any URL, if I've got an external website with more information, I can list it there. This, I think, in person is going to be best. And, well, language, that's for fun. Just say I'll present it in Afrikaans. Alright, so we're going to make this a free event, so nothing changes here in terms of the event cost. Right, so let's submit the event and see how it's displayed. So if we view the event, if someone was to come across the event, event, okay, staging website's a little bit slow. Alright, it is loading. Not sure why it's taking this long, but it is a staging website, so it will run a little bit slower as it's not our primary website. But I think for now, let's maybe just do this. Great. Alright. Live demos. They always are interesting. Okay, so as you can see over here, we've got our Angel Meetup, which then is running right from the beginning of this week, and we can see over here I've got teacher training, and later on I've got my Meet Your Guardian Angel. So these are all the various events that would then run all the way up until sometime next year, because I didn't pay attention to my end date. So everything's running all the way through until March next year. So, but that's not a problem for now. We can edit that later. Let's just have a look at what it would look like for someone visiting the site. Alright, so let's just clean up over this, because this is a pre-filtered list, which we want to simplify. Okay, so over here we can see the individual events that would be happening, on which days they happen, and say for example nothing else was ever added to this page. Each week, once the event has happened, they will slowly fall away and this list will reduce, and instead of it staying right at the top, if I put the whole month of March, it allows itself to interlace between other events that are happening. And if someone was going to click on workshops, they would then see this filtered list. So this is something else that you could use perhaps. So it's something new we've added, and we can see how things go. So let's maybe, while we're looking at this, just fix up our date. So it's not so many. And when you edit, you can edit any one of the series. It should, yeah, so that will be applied to all the events. So we just want to change this to 2024, a little bit more realistic. No, 24 on this day. All right. And then we can just update. There we go, a little bit more realistic. So these are the upcoming changes to the website. And so as things currently stand, the proposed date to implement these changes will be on the 9th of March, but the webmaster team will always be available to you. If you have any questions or something doesn't look right with an event, what we'll do is send out a notification once all the changes have been made and all the events have been converted. And if you have any questions or believe something is missing from your events, you can always let us know. Thank you very much.